Benji Flowers, the youngest player to ever sign a contract with FC Dallas at the age of 15. Benji, first off, how are you doing today?
I'm doing well. How about you?
I'm doing fantastic, man. I'm doing fantastic. So we just mentioned the youngest player to sign with FC Dallas. When you signed that contract and when that moment happened, what were the emotions that were going through you at that time?
I mean, when I got a call um, saying that I was gonna sign, it was really exciting. I worked really hard for this. I mean, especially during the season with the academy, going to the tournaments and stuff. It was really exciting for me, and I got a chance to go to preseason with second team or North Texas, and that was a blessing too. And I mean, yeah, I was exciting, but it's just an achievement. So I need to push for more.
Has this all been kind of like a whirlwind for you? Because I feel like it's happened kind of quickly, right? Like obviously we'll get into it where you signed with the FC Dallas Academy at the age of 10 and we're being scouted. So I mean it's been happening for a long time, but has this all kind of been a whirlwind for you of everything kind of happening at once?
Mm, uh, I mean, a little bit, but I mean, I can handle it. But I mean, everything's going by so quickly. But I have to make the most of my opportunities, and um, I mean, everything. I mean, I can handle it. I don't really see how it's too crazy, but yeah, it's been a little hectic.
Well, but I understand you're handling it great, but you got to understand too, you're 15 years old and like you're all this is happening. So you're handling it great. I just don't know how many other 15-year-olds could handle everything that's going on the way you are. So that speaks a lot to your character and to the support system you have around you as well. But let's talk about you. You were born in Longview and grew up in Longview for a little bit and then moved around to Forney, Rockwall, and Frisco. Tell me a little bit about that growing up in Longview. I know you weren't there long, but tell me about growing up in Longview and then just your upbringing as a whole, just how it was being a kid.
I don't remember much because I think it was from when I was born there and I grew up there until I turned the age of 4. So I don't remember too much, but I do remember everything was so big. Like in my mind, because I was so little, everything was so big. But like I remember my brother, I had a bed that like I thought we were living in a mansion, but I don't know. Maybe I was like thinking of something, but I don't remember too much. But it was my aunt lives there, some of my family lives there, so I get to see them sometimes, and it was great. It was great, and so I moved to Forney over there in Forney.
And when you were over there in Forney, what was it like moving to a different area? I know you were young when it happened, but I mean, you also moved to Rockwall and then to Frisco. What has it been like having to move from city to city? I know it's kind of in the same area, but how difficult has it been to kind of move from city to city?
Um, I mean, it wasn't too crazy. I mean, so I moved to Forney, and then it wasn't too hectic, but I lived there for a while, so I can't really say like it wasn't crazy. But I lived there for like a couple years, and then when I moved to Rockwall, it was still far from FC Dallas, so I was a little troubling, but it was fine. And then the change when I moved to Frisco was easier. I was like 20 minutes away from here, and it was better for me.
So, kind of growing up too, talk to me about the your love for soccer. I know that maybe it wasn't your first love growing up, but talk to me a little bit about how your love for soccer came to be and what the training and the tournaments were like growing up for you.
So of course I didn't. I mean, I didn't really think about soccer that much at a young age. I mean, I didn't really take it seriously at the time. I was more focused on football than soccer, which was crazy to me. But I mean, it was great. Growing up with a lot of different people, different cultures with different teams, and like going through different environments. The tournaments were amazing. I was blessed with good teammates at the time. The games, it was yeah, it was something. It was pretty easy at the start, and then it gets harder over time, of course. But yeah, man, it's really a blessing to have.
Yeah,
Yeah,
what about the travel?
the travel, yeah, it's crazy. I mean, it depends. Like. I don't know. I think my parents like you can ask them about it, but the traveling was yeah. It was, we had to move here. It was crazy.
So were you like so? How I mean, typically when you would go to a tournament or go to a game, how long would you have to be in the car to go to like a tournament or a game?
Let's see. Tournament tournament. I think so. Let's see. One time I went to San Diego. So I don't know how long it was, but it was such a long car ride. So it was like
Y'all drove out there to San Diego?
yeah, we drove there. I don't know where we drove. We sure just flew, but we drove there, and that took a while. I don't even know how long that was. That was a long time ago, but that took a while. We had to drive mostly everywhere, and then the plane because at the time it was just club, so you had to pay for stuff. So my parents had to pay for stuff. It was crazy expensive. When people say like pay to play, I think that's what they're talking about. Until you hit like academy, where of course you get like free stuff here and like free travel. But if in America, I think that pay to play is kind of crazy.
That's wild, man. I couldn't. I just flew to Oxnard, California for Dallas Cowboys camp,
Yeah.
and that was like a 3 hour flight. I can't imagine driving that far for tournaments. But that's the love of the game, and that's why I'm sure you love your parents like you do because they did all that for you. But let's go back to you talked about the FC Dallas Academy. You joined that at 10 years old, and were being scouted by FC Dallas at the age of 10. So what was that like? Because I mean. I'm thinking back to when I was 10 years old. I couldn't imagine being scouted by a professional soccer team. So, what was that like being scouted by a professional soccer club?
Um. Again, at the time, I had no clue. I didn't even understand what MLS. I actually didn't even know MLS Next Pro existed. I don't even know if it existed at the time, but it was it was crazy. At the time, I didn't really think much. My dad just told me that, oh, I scouted you, and I was like, oh, cool. I didn't really care too much. And then went there, trained, showed what I can do, got a contract with them, and then I started playing, and then around like 13 or something, that's when I started understanding like this is a pro club, this is a amazing team, it's a great team, one of the best in America, and at that point, that's where it hit me, and I thought about it, and I'm still thinking about it more. So
Well, and you that's it's interesting to hear you say that because like it so do you play with like a confidence or like a freedom because I guess you don't know what you don't know, right? So like you don't if you don't feel the pressure of being scouted by a pro club or anything like that, does that allow you to play more free and play more loose, do you think?
yes, yeah, of course. If you don't know anything, you can just do like whatever. I mean, either way, you either play with confidence because if you don't play with confidence, then you're not going to be able to get what you want to achieve. You have to play free, play how you want to play. Don't like others decide like what you want to do. Just like play like you don't know what's happening and just do what you can do best because that's what will get you far.
I love it. I love that. I love that mentality. Let's talk about the schoolwork. I know obviously you're not in school at the moment. You don't attend a school, but how is that at being 15 years old, balancing schoolwork and the pressures and the responsibilities of also being a professional athlete?
So let's go through it. Let's see. When I first joined, I was just doing regular school. It wasn't nothing crazy, but more and more when I hit, let's see, I think U15 Academy is where schoolwork started to get a little difficult because the times were changing and stuff, and practice in the morning, which is a little hard. But I was playing up, so I had to play with the tens, and that's where I was getting a little late to class, so I had to change my schedule. It was all okay. And then I got called to second team for preseason during school time, which was hard. And then that's when I realized I was missing classes though. I just when I realized that I had to change my schedule. And then I changed it again, but I was also still like getting school at 1 p.m. So my mom's a teacher, so she was a little mad. Then that's when she said, "Oh, we had to switch to online. You need to do like fully school." and that's what I do now. I just do online at home or anywhere where I need to.
That's interesting, your mom being a teacher. So does she kind of push you to, because I don't know how this is going to work. Will you attend a college, or will you, since you're in the with FC Dallas, is college like online classes? How is that going to look for you, and how does your mom factor into that?
Um, I actually don't know. I really don't know about how all that works yet, but my mom probably knows at this point. But she was she was in a Spanish speaking school, so I went to school with her. I think at kindergarten and pre-K, so I was going to school with her. So she like came in, taught me like a little bit, but I had a teacher there, so they were across the hall. Bringing back to that, to my story, how I started playing, which was how I was like a really bad kid in school. So she would just come over to the hall and then it's like, yeah, she would just tell me I had to talk outside. Oh, I had to talk outside of class with the teacher and her like every day, which is kind of crazy. But she really pushed me in school, so that's what I like.
It is. It's good to have a mom like that that'll push you for the academic side of it. Let's talk about you being called up to train with the first team for FC Dallas, and you got to do that this year. What was that like, getting out on the field with the guys that are playing on that first team and playing in these big matches? What was it like getting out on the field with them?
Yeah, so when I first got caught up, um, I don't know how long ago was it, but I first got caught up to first team training. I came and then I saw the guys and I was like, whoa, these are the guys you watch on TV. So it was kind of crazy in your mind. But I actually wasn't nervous at all for some reason. I didn't really feel like any pressure or anything on me, but I just play how I always play how I can, and yeah, that's how I like to play.
Well, I want to ask you too about you. You mentioned it making your pro debut with the North Texas SC in March, the second youngest to ever do that. I think by 3 months, I believe you just missed being the youngest. You were almost there being the youngest, but second youngest. You've also played on the national team, the U15, like you were talking about, and you got a couple of goals there. Talk to me about those experiences and kind of the different competition that you were able to see at those stops.
Yes, the competition was crazy. So I had like a few tournaments with the U15 with US, and it you can really see like all the different like kids and where they come from, different personalities. But at the end of the day, it was a really good environment. Everyone got together really well, and I really like how I experienced it and stuff, and hopefully I can experience more in the future.
Let's talk about the your mom. You mentioned your mom, how she's a teacher, and I believe she's from Mexico as well. So, and your dad being from America, you have this dual citizenship where you could play for the U.S. national team or the Mexican national team. Um, you've kind of played on the U.S. national team already with the U15, but what does it mean to you to be able to kind of represent both cultures, right? The Mexican culture and the American culture. How cool is that to you to kind of be able to represent both of them?
Yeah, it's amazing. You get the both like the best of both worlds, and having a mom that's like Mexican, you can experience the culture. I go over there a ton. She brings me over there to Durango. It's a really small town, so you don't really get to do much, and also the Wi-Fi is bad there, so I don't really get to be on my phone. But I get to work outside a lot and experience the culture. Actually a little shop that's down my grandma's house that's down the road. I go there every often, and it really brings back a lot of memories and stuff. And also with my dad too, having a lot of American background and having a big culture with them too. The food is amazing for both too. I really love the Mexican food. American food's great too, but Mexican food's top. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm with you there.
yeah.
I'm with you there, Benji. It's hard to disagree on that. Now something else cool that happened. Not only the youngest to sign with FC Dallas, but in about 3 years, Chelsea Football Club in the English Premier League, they've already picked up your future transfer contract. So, can you kind of explain what that future transfer contract is, and then how cool is it to? I mean, Chelsea Football Club. It's one of those that big names, big brands in the Premier League. And so, how cool is it to be being playing for them in the future as well?
It's amazing. It's really a dream come true. So how it works is I go over there and train a couple of times, but in reality, you can't really play professional over there until you're the age of 18 for like legal things. I don't really know much about it. My agent knows more than me, but it's really amazing to have, and I really am grateful for everything that I got from it.
Let's talk about your brother. Your brother, Aaron, playing defensive back for the Oregon Ducks. First off, have you been to an Oregon Duck game, and what's that experience like?
Yes, I have. So Oregon, okay, Oregon's beautiful. I love Portland. Oh my gosh, I love Portland. It's so green there. So I want to go back there as soon as possible. Yeah, I've been to multiple of his games. They're really crazy. The stadium's amazing. Um, Oregon's a amazing team. Hopefully, win it this year. But they're really a great team. But watching him play is what really I come there for, and I really look up to him, and he's really an inspiration for me.
I know that your whole family is athletic, right? Like your brother's athletic, your dad was an athlete. Talk to me about the athletes that you have in your family and kind of how y'all push one another. Because I'm sure you compete with your brother and he was competing with you. So talk about just the competition there between the family of athletes.
Yeah, so my mom's not gonna be too happy, but I think most of my athletic is from my dad's side because he had a lot of athletes in his background, like my uncle Lee Flowers. He played for the Steelers. We had a couple other guys. My dad played ball, and he played did track over there, and I think he's really brought the athletic part in my family, and think my brother got it from them too, especially football. They're really big on football. He actually watches more soccer. I think he watched more soccer than football growing up, which is kind of crazy to me. But I mean, he can do whatever he wants. But yeah, it is kind of crazy. But yeah, it's really insane. I think, but this that we get the smarts from my mom, of course.
Well, there you go. And now, and does your mom do the cooking at the house?
Yeah, they both do. I think my mom does more breakfast than my dad. My dad does more of like the grilling outside, or some days he just does like dinner. Maybe sometimes I don't know. He does more of the meat side. I don't think he does the other stuff. My mom was good at that.
I got you. I got you. I got you. Now I saw a video earlier of you at training, and I don't know if it's the same thing for your legs, but you know, like if you're ambidextrous on your, you know, in your hands, you can use both. You use your right and left leg both, I would say evenly, and can kind of use both of them. How important is that in your game to be able to use both of your legs and not just be one side dominant?
It's really important. So to be honest, you have to be both-footed. Well, you don't have to be like you can be one-sided, but you have to be good on your non-dominant leg. You can't have a really bad left foot because you have to use it at some point. Like let's see, a player Lamine Yamal, he uses left. Yeah, you only see him use his left, but his right foot is also really good. I worked on it when I was a kid, so I'm still working on it a little bit. You still have to work on it, but it's definitely a key role when you play for any footballer.
So tell me, you kind of mentioned one that I think that you model your game after, but who are some other either they're playing now or maybe former soccer players that you model your game after or look up to?
Um, let's go. Mbappe. I love Mbappe. He was my idol when I was growing up and watching him play. Number 29. That number, yeah, yeah. I need that number back. But yeah, he's really amazing to watch. His speed, his ability to take players one on one, his confidence with the ball. Like Vinny too. He's really dominant. He will take players on. He loses the ball. He doesn't really care. He'll keep going until he does something crazy. Lamine Mall, everyone looks up to him now. Me too, but I think I look up to Mbappe more. But I don't think people understand that his confidence and what he can do is so special. I mean, at such a young age, he'll shoot from half field, and score a goal, but he won't care if he misses. He won't care if he loses the ball. So that's where I see the confidence in him.
Well, and you kind of mentioned that too. That's how you have to play too, right? You have to play free. Like if you miss a shot or if you lose possession, you kind of just keep going and get right back to it. Now in basketball, we have the great conversation of who's the greatest basketball player of all time. You got your Jordan or Kobe or LeBron. Soccer, it's really down to Messi or Ronaldo at this point and right now. So if you had to choose, are you a Messi fan or are you a Ronaldo fan?
Okay, so people, I don't think people understand. I think the people that don't watch soccer, I think they know Ronaldo from like the Sui in like the celebration he does. That's what I think. But I'm gonna be honest. I think Messi is like you can't have another Messi in history. What he did was, and what he still does, still now, is really crazy to watch. He's really amazing. But I actually like Ronaldo more than Messi because I think his work ethic is really crazy. But behind the scenes, you can't really tell. But Ronaldo's work and his like sweat and blood he puts into the sport is insane. He was so hungry and but I mean same with Messi, but I think Ronaldo's personality is his ego is really what drives why people pick him instead of Messi. But in my opinion, I think Messi is greater than Ronaldo.
Listen, I'm gonna go with what you say because I'm one of those I don't know a lot about soccer, so I'm gonna go if you say Messi, I'm gonna go with Messi. All right, last thing I want to ask you, I'll let you get out of here, Benji. We kind of talked about it throughout this whole conversation, but the family support that you have from your mom, your dad, your brother, your sister, and everybody. Just talk to me a little bit about that family support and what it means to you and how they've gotten you to where you are today.
Yeah, it's really it's the thing about it, it's really crazy. The sacrifices they put into me and all the stuff they've done for me, provided for me. I think my parents they really put all their heart and soul into my career and stuff, and same on my brother and same on my sister too. But they really helped me a lot. They helped me grow. My dad trained me since I was little, and he still does now. He was really my coach. Even though he doesn't know anything, a lick of soccer, he'll still try. More of the like gym and like running stuff. I do the most of the skills and like technical stuff by myself, but that really played a big part. My mom, she was really helpful. She's amazing. She take care of me like every day. Feeds me really good food. I love her so much. She really is what brought me to play the sport. Actually, she's really what got me to play the sport. She was really the one that put me in, and my siblings, yeah, they really pushed me, especially my brother. He's really amazing to see. My sister too. She really did put a lot of effort into what she can do, and she was really amazing to me. And I'm really blessed to have a family like that.
Well, Benji, it's been a pleasure to get to talk to you and get to know you a little bit. I wish you nothing but continued success along the way, and I'm sure at some next accomplishment that you have, I'm sure we'll chat with you then too. So appreciate you, Benji.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.